Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the finals of the DGL 2017 Emerald Cup. Tonight we have WRG versus DVN to see who can take on that coveted spot and not have to play through the rest of this. So as we start, we see Elf, Nyanfo and Zebra, CPZ Zebra for WRG, who manages to pick up a really early lead, just 5 seconds out. A lovely pass off the face-off with Elf getting a lovely touch as it comes up. Obviously Ether went for some boost and didn't expect such a good hit, so a really lucky start there for WRG. They're facing up on Orange versus DVN, and that will be Wachter, Ether and Magoo. Both of these teams have faced off many times before, both showing some incredible skills, both in last year's DGL and also the numerous battles of the cups that we've seen throughout the year. There hasn't really been a decisive favourite at this stage, so I'm very excited to see. For those of you who don't know, the format is a best of 7, with the winner obviously needing 3 games. We see Elf putting some pressure on and Wachter clearing it upfield. Zebra goes up but actually misses it, and now a really dangerous shot off the backboard where Nyanfo just goes wide and Ether just puts it unfortunately over for them. So he doesn't manage to capitalize on, and Nyanfo with some great team play there actually. Deft little touch. Nyanfo over the side does a nice little spin around and then pops it just over Wachter for quite a soft goal there. So WRG taking quite a good lead, 2-0 up after only just a minute. Obviously this is Rocket League and we've seen some incredible scorelines and some incredible turnarounds before. So this game is certainly not over, and this is of course just the first game in the best of 7s. We see 2 people there going up from DVN, leaving quite an open goal, and Zebra takes a nice dribble there to come back. Wachter manages to do enough to put him off though, and he manages to keep that out. Zebra coming in now with a pass. Elf trying to juke out there, but unfortunately for him, it was well read by Wachter, and he manages to keep it out and put some reverse pressure. Nyanfo now taking it upfield, puts a pass, but pinches it off the wall a little hard, and Zebra can't get up to that in time. Elf coming up quickly to try and escape, to try and capitalize on that. But DVN's now turning this around quite emphatically, putting some massive pressure here on WRG. At this stage, we're seeing a couple of little whiff passes here and there. Oh, a great aerial goal there from Elf to set that up. He takes it up onto the wall and managed to jump out, get his body orientation right, and put a nice little one in that Magoo can't keep out of that top corner. That's what we in the Rocket League community like to call a top 90 shot, and that just the furthest ball away from what a player is set up to do. And unfortunately it seems that DVN is not really setting up, and there's no clear defensive structure at this stage. I don't know if it's a case of they not setting up properly. Oh, but there's a great turnaround from there. Elf tries to go here for this, and Zebra turns around. Obviously Elf thought he was coming back and Nyanfo was going for boost, but couldn't get back to the goals, and a great little 1-2 there by Wachter and Ether to put that into the goals. Score now sits at 3-1 with just over half the match remaining. DVN seems to have settled down nicely at this stage. Oh, and with that, Ether comes and takes it off Elf, who managed to score from that just earlier. So it's really nice to see them getting up, getting a little bit more aggression, and getting in the face of WRG. Of course, at this level of the game, you really can't let anything be a soft goal. And there Magoo comes in blisteringly fast, puts it on the side. Elf came around to try and cover that, but there's nothing you can do against that sort of pace. At 108 k's an hour, he tries to get to it. So this game's getting much tighter now with just a 3-2 scoreline, where the game was looking so good for WRG before. The ball goes out into the open, and Nyanfo makes a good clear to the corner, and Zebra takes it to the wall. DVN sending 2 people to try and contest him there. So leaving themselves potentially dangerously undermanned at the back there. But they were lucky that it took Elf a little long to get up onto that wall and get it out. Just a ball in a weird position there. So they were able to get back, scramble. And now DVN setting up a couple of nice passes, 1-2. Oh, Wachter going with some aggression there into the corner to take out Zebra. And a clear across the field means that Elf can pick this up, send it upfield, and now it's looking dangerous for DVN. A touch up from Elf means that he puts it over the defender, but unfortunately Zebra was up way before then, so Nyanfo couldn't come up and contest with that. There, Ether just putting himself in a good position to block any shots that were coming in, let them use their own pace against them. And Nyanfo tries to get the ball into the center there, but can't get the correct touch. And Elf now just trying to cause some chaos, letting Zebra come back. Nyanfo comes up, a great little dunk there. Wachter tries to go up for the aerial, but he can't get up in time. Oh, and a demo in the back means that the goalkeeper's taken out there. And Nyanfo looking for the corner shot, but unfortunately leaves the goal wide open. And Magoo takes us now. With just under a minute to go, it seems like this game is going to come down to the wire. Next goal will probably decide it for both teams. So Elf gets up, puts a corner pass to Nyanfo, who tries to do some juking out and get the ball back to his players. But now Elf and Nyanfo are both in the corner. So, Zebra comes up for a risky play. Unfortunately, he doesn't manage to capitalize on it, and he puts their team on the defense now with Magoo coming in. Great pass into the center, but Nyanfo's there to clear it. Elf taps it down now to Wachter, to Zebra, as Magoo comes in trying to take them on. Ether going up the wall to see if he can get a pass into the center. Great little jump off the wall, but no one's there to follow up. Nyanfo clears that out quite comfortably. And Elf now comes. Long ball down the field. Nyanfo goes up to try and get the redirect, and Elf comes up the wall. With 1 second left, and we have to go down to overtime. From 3-1 up for WRG, it's awesome to see this sort of fight and spirit come back, to have the ball come back. And Zebra puts quite a dangerous pass back into the center, but just desperately trying to get that goal out. And the ball comes back downfield. Wachter puts it up, and Zebra goes to the left, follows it up, and pulls it in. Oh, an unlucky redirect chance there from Wachter. And Ether comes back in, manages to pull Elf out of the goals and capitalize on that. Elf unable to get that ball off the side. And the first game after a rocky start goes to DVN. So there we have it, folks. The first game in this series, just confirming now with the players, and they seem to think it's a best of 5, so that'll be the way we play this. So a couple of games still left to come for WRG to pull this back, but we have a good competition on our hands as far as I know. Let's get into the second round. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready to jump into the second game of this DGL Emerald Genesis Proving Grounds. The finals is between WRG and DVN. The way this works is, I'll put a picture up on the screen, but at the beginning, each of the different qualifying rounds has the top 8 going forward to the showdown. This is the Genesis. There will be one more round of the Emerald Do or Die Proving Grounds. The top 8 from each of these go through to the Emerald Showdown, where the top 4 get an automatic qualification through to the Community Shield Championship Qualifier. There will be one more event like this called the Sapphire Showdown. The Genesis and the Do or Die, top 8 teams going ahead like that as well. And then the top 4 from that will also join the top 4 from the Emerald Showdown to go to the Community Shield Championship Qualifier. here we get in, and DVN has already gotten one game up in this best of 5 format. A great little attempt in the beginning here, but no team managing to pick up an early lead. The first game we saw WRG picking up a 2-0 lead by this stage, but as we've seen so far, the early lead means very little in this, with every chance for a comeback at any stage. Now WRG pushing too high and Elf putting it into the corner, buying some time for his team, and then a nice little chip into the center to try and get some passing going. And Nyanfo tries to get it out to Zebra, but Ether's there to block him straight away, and Elf comes up now. Ether puts a long ball downfield, and Nyanfo has to get up now, and he puts it into the corner with an incredible aerial save there. Zebra takes it into the corner, slows it down, baits out Ether, and then puts it downfield, and Magoo jukes out Elf to try and get the ball, just get his team a little bit more time to get back there. And now Zebra with a great pass into the center, leaving a very risky shot there for DVN. Interesting fact though is, in this DGL so far, this proving leg, DVN has not even lost a single match. Every game so far has been a best of 5, and they've played 3 rounds so far, and they have not put down a match to a single player, whereas WRG has had 2 3-2 wins and a 3-0 win against BZK Jetline. In this match, either team has the ability, and Magoo puts an incredible little tap shot off the wall, over Nyanfo's head, and unfortunately Zebra can't come back and get that save. So a slower goal, but from an awesome position, means that he leaves WRG with no defense there. With 2.5 minutes left, there's plenty of time for more drama to happen in this game, and Nyanfo manages to pull that out, take it up the corner, and then Elf makes a great pinch off the corner, sending it long downfield. Zebra even managing, my apologies, to get up onto the wall and follow that. And Magoo puts it into the center field. Nyanfo unfortunately can't capitalize on that. Zebra has some time now, trying to push it to Elf. Elf goes up, follows it, and blocked very well there by Ether. Nyanfo goes up on the wall now, and Magoo follows him. Nyanfo nearly puts it in off the corner there. Zebra taking another hard shot, and this impenetrable defense from DVN means that they're managing to hold on to this 1-0 lead. That's all it takes in this sort of game. It was one mistake, one opportunity, and that can be the difference between winning or losing. Zebra's up now, uncontested in the air, puts the ball into the center. Nyanfo is unable to capitalize on that, and Magoo earns his savior trophy by getting the third save there. Now both Elf and Zebra on the wall there. As a long ball in by Magoo drops down in front of the goals, and Nyanfo manages to clear it into the corner. Nyanfo takes it up the wall, loses control, and Wachter puts it back into the corner. This is dangerous now for WRG, as every shot, every backboard bounce means another chance for DVN to take a shot. A little bit of rough play there in the goals takes Elf out, but they were lucky to not have a straight shot in. And now Nyanfo picks up the corner boost. Ball gets knocked into the wall by Ether, and Elf retreats back, ready to clear this ball out. Ball goes up, Ether taps it out, puts it on the wall, and Nyanfo is quick there to pounce with a pass into the center. Wachter now looking very dangerous in this corner. Ether comes in through the air. That's 2 men high though. Now can WRG? Elf goes for the dribble, manages to beat Magoo, but doesn't clear the ball completely. Now just to slow down as WRG takes possession, tries to keep possession and not let any silly goals go through. Zebra clears it to the corner. A nice bounce means it goes around Wachter. Second one round. Zebra beats the entire team, and the ball goes up. 10 seconds left on the clock. Can WRG pull this back and equalize it, or are they going to go 2-0 down in a best of 5? Oh, and DVN takes it. So far, still living up true to their form and not dropping a single game in this. At this stage, though, regardless of who wins, both of these teams have already qualified for the Emerald Proving Grounds, Emerald Showdown, where the top 4 of that will go through to the next cup. So there is no pressure on either of these teams, but there's certainly a lot of pride at stake now with going into that next qualification with an unbeaten streak for DVN. WRG is going to be hard pressed now to pull this back. It has been done before, but certainly 3 games in a row without letting a single one drop means that they are going to have to pull out a lot of work here. So this is the 3rd game now in the best of 5 between WRG and DVN in the Emerald Genesis Proving Grounds competition. Magoo goes up. Oh, and nearly pushed it brute force past Nyanfo. And both Nyanfo and Zebra pushing along the wall there. And Ether pulling both of them out to try and get past Elf. Some great team coordination now. That was looking a little bit rough in the beginning. And Zebra with an incredible aerial touch. Means he goes up, pushes it out, and then follows it in an angle. A lot faster than most of these guys expected, to put it in the top corner with no chance of savior by DVN. Some incredible play there. Definitely one for the highlight reels. So WRG once again take a very early lead in this, and Zebra and Elf going together now to open up that really quick touch. Oh, and a beautiful setup there by Wachter. Goes up, kills the ball right in front of the goal, and manages to leave an open goal there for Magoo. Unfortunately, that's the problem with both Zebra and Elf pushing up at the same time. So now we see a 1-1 in the first 30 seconds. Remember, this is a do-or-die match in this series for WRG. Zebra goes onto the wall, sees no one's challenging, and manages to juke out Wachter as he comes in. Wachter now sitting there, puts a dangerous little pass in. Magoo trying to capitalize on that, but WRG manages to clear this out. Again, just to the side, slowing it down. Neither team wanting to really commit too hard and put themselves out of position. Magoo and Elf both up for their ball. Elf manages to get out a little on top. And now Zebra tries to put it in, but there's 2 in net. Elf manages to get a nice little pass off the corner. But at this stage of the game, it takes a little more than running it up the wall and trying to just beat them to get these. It takes 2 or 3 really concerted passes. And here we see Nyanfo trying to set something up. Magoo gets just in the way and actually jukes out his own teammate there as he pulls Ether in. A great setup there from the team, though, to try and get that out. And now Elf is left one-on-one. Manages a great clear out to the corner as Ether pushes it straight back in. A great shot. Zebra comes flying from the side to knock that out of harm's way. And Elf is up. Just tries to desperately, frantically flail to try and stop any incoming shot. But there was no one following up on that. And they escape unscathed. Zebra now on the wall. Actually, the ball gets pushed past Ether as WRG now look to capitalize on this incredible aggression by DVN, who keeps putting a lot of pressure here on WRG. And you wonder, is it going to be a turnaround goal out of nowhere? Or is the pressure eventually going to build up? And there we see a ball floating just in front of the goals, begging to be put in. As a good clear by Wachter sends it back downfield. Magoo looking to set up another chain pass here. Magoo is deadly in the air up here. And he jukes out Zebra in the air there. Nyanfo manages to make a good pass upfield to Elf. Puts it back into the center. Nyanfo looking for a slight pass across. And there, 2 men up on the walls. Elf left alone in the background. And he still manages a good clear here. Pushes it dangerously into the center. Nyanfo's there, though, to flick it over. Thinking someone's coming straight in. And the goals are left wide open. DVN Ether manages to put in that second goal. Nyanfo thinking a man is attacking him when there wasn't. And Ether capitalizing on some open defense there. I don't know if someone was attacking and disrupting the goalkeeper. But DVN now takes this lead in this third do-or-die match for WRG. Pass upfield there by Zebra. Coming round. Magoo trying to set up for a dribble. Nyanfo puts a good shot off the wall. And they actually manages to capitalize on that. Some confused goalkeeping there means that not so calculated pinch comes out And just unfortunately for DVN, that levels the series. WRG looks to hold on to some life in this match. As Elf puts it up the wall, Nyanfo's there to meet him, and then gets knocked off for his troubles. Wachter comes, puts a soft field and ball into the field. Zebra's there to clean up, and Elf actually makes a good touch and then seems to save it himself. Unfortunate for him, there was a great little second touch to beat the keeper, as now WRG certainly seems to have a lot more life in them, putting much more pressure now, working more as a team, going up, passing the ball back. Expect Nyanfo to come there, follows that up the wall, puts it into the center, follows it up himself, gets another touch, looking to repeat that thing, and Elf is there with the pass. It's so difficult as a keeper there to try and deal with the ball, any ball that comes off the backboard. Nyanfo just manages that second little flick. Ether tries to get himself into the middle as much as possible, and Elf positions it beautifully to get past the keeper. So WRG looking to pull this back now with just a minute left on the clock, with 1 goal up. And I spoke too soon. Magoo with a beautiful little touch over Elf. Off the face-off, the ball goes straight up, kicks it off the roof, and Magoo with the backflip over the top, and no one's there to be able to save it. Even Nyanfo acknowledging the pure skill that came in with that. In the right position with the best touch he could. And the scores are all leveled again as Zebra goes up on the wall, misses a shot, and puts the team under a bit of pressure, but Nyanfo's right there. He's very comfortable on these walls. Takes it down onto the ground where he can dribble nicely. But a dangerous pinch off the back wall. Nyanfo's up, gets a good clear, good high clear up there. Nyanfo pushes it gently to Wachter, who taps it over Zebra. Nyanfo pushing it into the corner, looking for that touch. And a great little team play there from Zebra and Elf. Almost puts that in. Oh, and a touch back from Nyanfo. Beats all the defenders who are frantically now scrabbling. This beautiful little touch from Elf though. Nyanfo pulls out 2 defenders and leaves the goals wide open for Elf. With 30 seconds left, WRG looks strong to take this third game and put one back into the series. Take the first game of the DGL off of DVN. If nothing else, that'll certainly be a nice point of pride for them. It's certainly intimidating to go against a team who hasn't lost a game yet. And now they have their chance. 15 seconds left. They just have to play gently. Don't have to push too hard. Get all the clears right. And Elf buys them a couple of seconds by pushing it downfield. Magoo puts it into the center. Elf is there. Puts it past Magoo. And he secures the victory with that. A great little touch. Seems like there was a little bit of miscommunication there between Magoo and Ether. Magoo trying to pop it into the center for him, and Ether trying to clear it downfield. And with that, we have 1 second left on the clock. There's no way we can score 2 goals in this unless there's an absolute miracle. And with that, WRG takes the third game, managing to pull back now 2-1 in favor of DVN in this, the best of 5 finals of the Emerald Genesis Proving Grounds. Players just jumping back into the game now for the 4th match of this best of 5. DVN is leading 2-1, and thankfully the winner of this and the loser of this both go through to the Emerald Showdown, which will take place on the 9th, from the 9th of February onwards, as we join into this game now. Sorry about missing that kickoff, but Wachter puts it up into the air, and a great touch from Magoo. A lot of the teams of WRG seem to focus on this shot in the air, and Magoo comes in, sneakily puts it past Nyanfo, and just manages to sneak that in by brute force, it seemed. So, with just 8 seconds on the clock, DVN manages to take an early lead. Magoo going up now in the air, showing some great dexterity with his motions there to try to put it into the center. Elf gets a nice little dunk there and allows Zebra to push it up. Some great pressure there by Wachter means that the ball goes straight back into WRG's goal box, and Elf with a difficult clear there puts some unfortunate misses there by both Elf and Nyanfo, means that a ball drops cleanly into the open here for Ether. Nyanfo obviously going up, expecting Magoo to get a touch there. And the ball drops gently for Ether. Some great team play there. And some great heads-up play by Magoo to realize Nyanfo was going up for him and to juke him out there. So, 50 seconds into this first half. Jeez. Of this fourth game. Nyanfo manages some great play off the wall, passing back to himself to bring a ball back. And a high-scoring first minute here, that's what I was going for, is towards DVN with this game and one more game in the bag. Means that WRG has a lot of work still to cut out for them, but a nice little push into the nose there of the DVN player. I'm sorry, I didn't see who that was. Sends it rocketing upfield, but now Magoo puts it downfield. Has a solo attack on Nyanfo. And now both of the DVN players going upfield. And Elf chases the ball downfield, looks for a touch, passes it down. And Zebras, unfortunately, also went up for that. So he can't capitalize. But now the pressure's all been reversed. Nyanfo takes it up the wall. We see Elf coming up, pushes it into the corner. Ball pops into the center and Ether manages to clear it. Now the ball rolls up dangerously into the WRG side. Ether puts a dangerous ball down the backboard, but Elf manages a good clear. As the ball trickles out now. Wachter goes up to try to dunk it off the wall. Nyanfo clears, and the ball goes back to WRG. Elf taking it up the corner now. Very few of these rolling balls work against teams of this caliber, but they're both going up. Nyanfo manages a great little touch over and pulls out two of the defenders. Long shot into the corner. Now Magoo has to do some work to get it out. Puts it gently into the corner to try and get some time for his team. Zebra trying a ball into the center there for Elf. And Ether just gets trapped on the wall, pushes it back to Wachter. They're looking a little bit scrambled there from DVN as Magoo follows us through the air. Zebra makes it clear, but Magoo's there to hammer it back down. So the ball dies. Zebra, great jump off the wall, puts it into the center, but Ether's there to clear it. A touch off Magoo. Sends it to the corner. Ether with a dangerous pass into the center. Elf and Nyanfo are both up for this, sending it back downfield. Nyanfo with a great little dunk as the ball goes dangerously towards the net. Nyanfo goes to the corner, pops it up over Wachter. Now Magoo goes over his head. Elf and Zebra both up for that, but Elf manages to get a touch on this. Wachter going into the corner, bounces up off Nyanfo. Elf is there for the quick dunk, stopping that aggression. And an open goals once again. Magoo off the wall manages to slot in that third goal. With a 2-goal lead now in just under 2 minutes, it's going to be a really tough ask, but WRG are going to have to if they want to take this to a game 5. 3-1 with a minute 45. DVN leading 2-1 as a face-off shows no definitive winner. Magoo takes it up into the air. He's very dangerous here. Tries to get it, but the wall bounces him off, throws him off there as Elf does a great job as keeper. Nyanfo tries to take it up the wall. Elf now drops it dangerously in front of the goals. Everyone's missing. Frantic defense there. An attack expecting to dunk back, but just no one getting a touch on that. It was very dangerous. You can see the pressure mounting now in WRG. Ether pops it dangerously into the center, and a 4th goal now. Magoo gets the hat-trick, and Ether, with the beautiful play off the wall here, gets that second touch around Elf. Nothing he can do as Magoo finishes that. With just a minute left and a 3-goal advantage, can WRG actually manage to pull off this upset? Wachter pushes the ball back to Ether. Ball goes into the air. Ether follows. No boost to follow this, and Magoo, with a little bit of freestyling, tries to put that in just under the crossbar, but bounces it off. Ether now on the wall. It's DVN side, so dangerous on these walls. As Nyanfo actually puts it back in. Ether passes it in, and Nyanfo trying desperately to stop any sort of incoming attack. Comes in, touches it, and puts it into his own corner. An unfortunate series there for him. Now with a goal needed just over every 10 seconds, it seems like WRG won't be able to pull this back. Although I say that, and Zebra comes flying in with a quick ball off. Nyanfo again manages to get a touch off that corner, bouncing it up, and Zebra slots it between the two players to get a nice goal. 2-5 now in this, the fourth game, my apologies, of this best of 5. WRG still has to come and do a lot of work now if they hope to even take it to overtime. Zebra manages to knock it out. Elf with some more great defense there, throwing himself in the way of it. Nyanfo throws it off the roof now, bounces it, but Magoo's there to do the cleanup. And again, Elf is going to have to do some work here on defense. Gets a great ball to the corner, taps it up to Nyanfo, who puts it into the center. Both Elf and Zebra going for that, and leaving the goals open. Fortunately, at this stage of the game, that doesn't make any difference. Letting another goal in isn't what is the important thing. It's trying to get those extra goals. And now, 6-2, 2 games to 1 to DVN. It has to be said, GG to the team who hasn't lost a match before this in the DGL, taking convincing 3-0 victories over some of the other teams in South Africa. And here they go, 3-1 up in this finals. Some great Rocket League from both sides, but DVN showing some incredible prowess in the air to just get up quicker, get some more deft touches, and some amazing passes together between their players. So this has been Ultraism for the Emerald Genesis Proving Grounds part of the DGL qualification. We shall see you next time in the Emerald Do or Die Proving Grounds, where the next 8 teams look to fight for their last spot in this Emerald Showdown. The top 8 of this competition, who I can tell you who it is DVN Red Neptune, who were your winners tonight, IGSA, Potatoes, VXP, Arcanum, WRG Rocket Baguette, who was your WRG from this match, SVG Flopside Tic Tacs, BZK Jetline, and DG Dominus Ventus all qualify for the Emerald Showdown. My name has been Ultraism, and thank you for joining us.